All right, so the next section we're going to use quite a bit. They have a little thing, it's called FOIL, and you'll hear a lot of teachers teach FOIL. So what FOIL is you take the first times the first, okay, and then you take the outside ones times each other, and then you take the inside ones times each other, and then you take the last ones times each other. So basically, another way I think of it is you're taking A times both of them, and then you're taking B times both of them. So when I teach this, you're going to find that when I'm teaching you some of this quadratic stuff in Algebra 1, I'm going to teach you how I teach it to my high schoolers because it's kind of quicker. But if you're confused, just let me know. So basically, you're going to take this X and you're going to times it into both of them. Instead of remembering FOIL, I just remember I've got to distribute everything. So I'm going to take the X and just times it into both, X squared plus 4X. Okay, and then I'm going to take my 2 and I'm going to times it into both of them. Plus 2X plus 8. And so these are like terms. So my answer is X squared plus 6X plus 8. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing on the next one. I'm going to take the first one and you distribute it to both of them. So that is 2X squared minus 10X. And then you're going to take the 1 and distribute it to both of them. So plus 1x minus 5. The terms in the middle are like terms. Oops, jumped on me. So I can put them together. So minus 9x minus 5. And I'm thinking maybe you did some of this in pre-algebra. So I don't know that I'm going to do every single one of these, but I am going to do a couple. Okay. So if I use this process, I'm going to do number 1. That I'm going to times the y into both of them. So y squared plus 1y. And then I'm going to times the 8 into both of them. So plus 8y plus 8. And a lot of times the middle are going to be like terms. We're going to use that later in this chapter. Okay, so let's take a look at 5. So when I multiply, I got to do the 4 into both of them. So 4x squared plus 12x. And the 7, so minus 7x minus 21. Those terms in the middle are like terms, so plus 5x minus 21. And then I'm going to try 9. So I'm going to take the 8 into both of them. So that's 24h squared minus 8h. And then I'm going to take the negative 3, so minus 9h plus 3. So my final answer is 24h squared minus 17h plus 3. Okay, I would like you to try 2, 6, and 10. Pause the video and try 2, 6, and 10. Okay, so you would have on 2, the final answer was k squared plus 1k, and I don't care if the 1 is there, minus 20. The answer on 6 was 5n squared minus 9n, whoa, I don't know what happened there, plus 4. And then on 10, your answer was 9w squared minus 1, because the middle one's actually canceled. It was a minus 3w and a plus 3w. Okay, so let's jump to 6. Now these are a little bit harder because they have like letters. So let's take a look at number 13. So you would have 4r squared and then minus 2rs. You could have written that 2sr. The order doesn't matter. So I'm going to write it alphabetically so I can see if I have like terms. So I'm going to write this next one alphabetically. I could write 2sr, but r comes first. So I'm going to do 2rs minus s squared. These are like terms and they cancel. So my final answer is 4r squared minus s squared. Okay. All right, so I would like you to try, pause the video and look at 14. Okay, the answer on 14 is, 28c squared minus 1cd, and I don't care if you have the 1, minus d squared, 2d squared, sorry, I wrote the 2. Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath because the next one is probably the most important one I'm showing you. You can't just square those because it's a sum. Okay, so you have to write this as x plus 4 times x plus 4. You're squaring the whole sum. And kids are like, oh, Miss Williams, that's dumb. So like let's put numbers in there. Okay, so one way is just to square them both. So that's 9 plus 25, which is 34, right? Another way is to write them twice. And so then you would do 9 plus 15 plus 15 plus 25. So you FOIL it. 15 plus 15 is 30. Plus 25 is 55, plus 9 is 64. Okay, let's find the real answer. 3 plus 5 is 8, and 8 squared is 64. You have to FOIL. You can't square them separately. I got 34 when I squared them separately. So please be careful with that. Okay? All right. So I'm going to FOIL this. So I would have x squared plus 4x plus 4x plus 16. Those double in the middle, so I have x squared plus 8x plus 16. Okay, I'm going to do the next one. You have to write it twice since it's a minus. If it was a multiplication, you could square everything like we did in the other chapter, but it's not. So now I would do the problem 4m squared minus 10m plus 25. So that's 4m squared minus 20m plus 25. Okay, so I would like you to pause the video and I would like you to do these two, please. Okay, if you get these wrong, please get a hold of me. Okay, so p squared minus 14p plus 49. That's your answer. And on this one, it's a squared plus 6ab, plus 9b squared. All right, so I'm not going to do all of these because it's the same thing. So you're just taking this, now you're just timesing it to 3. So that's x cubed plus 3x squared minus 6x. And then you're going to take the 4 into all three of them. So plus 4x squared plus 12x minus 24. Like terms, there's no other cubes. I've got a squared and a squared, so plus 7x squared. I have a negative 6x plus 12, so that's plus 6x minus 24. So you literally are just timesing all of them in. So I would like you to pause the video and do 20 and 22. Okay, so on 20, my final answer was k cubed minus 6k squared minus 3k plus 40. And on 22 was 8v cubed plus 6v squared minus 21v minus 18. So if you missed either of those, please, please, please let me know. Okay, so again, they have another one of these shaded regions. They love doing these. So basically, if I find the area of the big, so the big is going to be 9x minus 2 times 2x plus 7. So I'm going to FOIL that, 18x squared plus 63x minus 4x minus 14. The middle goes together. Actually, I'm going to write it down over here. 18x squared plus 59x minus 14. Okay, so I just took care of the big one. Now I'm going to do the little. The little is a little bit easier. It's 3x times x plus 12. So I'm just going to times that in. That's 3x squared plus 36x. So I'm going to subtract 3x squared minus 36x. So I'm going to take and change that to a plus and change my signs. So I end up with squared would be 15x squared. And then 59 plus 36. Well, that's a plus 36, so it's going to be a minus. Sorry. 59 minus 36 is plus 23x minus 14. So that would be my answer. I accidentally wrote a minus. I did the minus in my head, basically. Okay, so this is doing binomials by binomials.